The following message is transmitted at the request of the Akron Police Department. The Akron Police Department is currently searching for an abducted child, last seen near the Eastwood Church of Brethren on Darrow Road. The child's name is Emma Rebamar. A 13-year-old Caucasian female, 5 feet 2 inches tall, unknown weight, with auburn hair with black ribbon hairpins, and amber eyes. Emma was last seen wearing a white dress with matching leggings and black dress shoes. The abductor cannot be identified at this time. Eyewitness reports state that Emma crossed into Coolidge Avenue, headed toward the direction of Brewer Street, before immediately disappearing from the location. Emma's current location is unknown, and the child is believed to be in extreme danger. If you spot the abducted child, contact the Akron Police Department, or dial 911 and report your location.
More on that, but first we return to an ongoing investigation regarding a child who went missing this morning. Residents were awakened by a disturbing child abduction alert issued by the Akron Police Department for a young girl named Emma Rebamar, who was last seen walking alone before seemingly disappearing without a trace.
One moment, she was walking down the street. Then she just disappeared. Few of my friends went to go look for her after we heard what sounded like screaming, but she was already gone by then.
Eyewitness reports state that Emma was last seen walking past the Eastwood Church of the Brethren on Darrow Road before crossing into Coolidge Avenue and headed toward the direction of Brewer Street before she disappeared. Nobody was seen following the young girl at any point, and her abductor is yet to be identified. The Akron Police Department is asking the public for help to locate Emma, as her location is still unknown. Emma is a 13-year-old Caucasian female who stands at 5 feet 2 inches tall, unknown weight, last seen
The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for Akron, Ohio, beginning at 2:57 and ending at 5:57 p.m. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Akron Police Department. Residents are advised to limit outdoor activities for the rest of the afternoon. A series of 911 calls to the Akron Police Department have reported unusual disappearances throughout several towns in the city of Akron. 10 additional people have disappeared in the last hour, and it is presumed that these victims were alone and outdoors. To protect yourself and your loved ones, take the following precautions. Traveling groups of no less than 2. Remain indoors if possible. Communicate with your group to let them know of your destination. If separated, remain in populated areas where people are present. If you spot a suspicious individual or witness an abduction, call the Akron Police Department or dial 911 and report your location. Do not approach the suspect.
Okay. To say she went over here. That means... Jeez. Oh! I see her! Okay. She's coming over here. Oh shit! Shit!
We're gonna have to cut into some breaking news of a developing dangerous situation taking place at the Ellet Community Learning Center on Wolf Avenue. We are receiving some disturbing reports of civilians disappearing around the fields of the George E. Otten Athletic Complex. Eyewitness reports state that an unidentified suspect was last seen walking throughout the fields before approaching the building. At this time, the building has undergone lockdown procedures, but the suspect may already be inside. The Akron Police Department has been dispatched to assess the situation, as it is unclear as to how many people managed to disappear on such short notice. Ladies and gentlemen, if you reside near the Ellet Community Learning Center, you are strongly encouraged to remain indoors, as this situation may escalate further. If you have children attending this school today, please remain calm as the police tries to assist. This just in, police officers have concluded their investigation inside the Ellet Community Learning Center only minutes after an unidentified suspect entered the building. The Akron Police Department was unable to find the suspect in question, but instead arrived at an unsettling scene.
It's honestly really hard to come to a reasonable explanation for what happened today. Hundreds of children and faculty members nowhere to be found inside the locked classrooms. Everything looked as if nothing had happened. We just don't know where anyone is.
During this incident, a cryptic video was broadcasted through every television in Akron.
The civil authorities have issued a law enforcement warning for Akron, Ohio, beginning at 3:50 and ending at 7:50 p.m. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Akron Police Department and Ohio State Patrol. Travel on roadways is strongly discouraged at this time. Numerous vehicle accidents have occurred throughout several major highways in the city of Akron. Abandoned vehicles have created road hazards throughout Interstate 76, 77, and 277. If you are traveling on any of the mentioned highways, find the nearest exit and exit the freeway as soon as possible. Find alternate routes to your destination.
Akron Police Department. I'm at... I think the lost child entered my house. You said a lost child entered your house? Yes. I think her name was Emma. Emma Rebamar. Yes. She's in my house. Okay, just stay calm. Could you tell me where you found her? She was right by the kitchen. Sounds like she's coming right towards me. She was where? Sir, you're gonna have to speak up. It's really hard to understand you. Hello? Sir?
We now have some light to shed regarding the case of a missing child, albeit some rather dim light as more people are disappearing in the masses. A disturbing phone call was made to the Akron Police Department at 4:04 this afternoon, with someone claiming to have found the young girl inside their home. Seconds later, the caller became unresponsive, and this prompted an investigation at the address that was given during the call. We are about to show you the audio transcript of the call, and viewers be warned that what you are about to listen to may be disturbing.
You said a lost child entered your house? Yes. I think her name was Emma? Emma Rebamar. Yes! She's in my house. Okay, just stay calm. Could you tell me where you found her? She was right by the kitchen. Sounds like she's coming right towards me. She was where? Sir, you're gonna have to speak up. It's really hard to understand you. Hello? Sir!
The Akron Police Department was dispatched to the house where the child was reported, but upon arriving to the scene, the girl and the homeowner were nowhere to be found. Police suspect that the caller may be the child's abductor, although there are no forced signs of entry or unusual activities.
The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for Akron, Ohio, beginning at 6:15 p.m. and ending at 10:45 a.m. tomorrow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Akron Police Department. Unusual break-ins have been reported in East Akron, Goodyear Heights, Kentmore, North Hill, Wellhaven, and West Akron. Residents have reported mysterious disappearances from other neighboring residences, although a suspect cannot be identified at this time. It is strongly recommended to barricade all entrances to your home if you reside in any of the mentioned areas. For your safety, do not allow anyone into your home once you have secured all entrances, no matter if they are a loved one or neighbor. If you notice a suspicious individual attempting to enter a residence, call the Akron Police Department or dial 911 and report your location.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Wherever you may be, we hope you are watching this broadcast from within the comfort of your homes. A series of strange disappearances have taken place in Akron since this morning, beginning with the child abduction, later escalating to a few public abductions, before turning into a bizarre case of widespread disappearances. Police are unable to determine if this is the case of a mass abduction, or perhaps something a lot more sinister being orchestrated by an individual yet to be identified. However, some speculate that this may be the actions of a group that have been covering their tracks, while others simply believe that it's just a harmless prank of sorts. Although the police's involvement in these cases seemingly deconfirms the latter.
A state of emergency has been declared for the city of Akron. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Akron Police Department and the Summit County Emergency Management. A mysterious and dangerous event has caused numerous appearances throughout Akron, and the person or group responsible for this is still unknown. Law enforcement personnel have begun disappearing during ongoing investigations throughout Kentmore and West Akron. It is no longer safe to remain outdoors during this event. Residents are ordered to return to their homes if you have not already done so. Anyone caught outdoors is considered lost and should not be searched for.
Do Do not turn off your television. Please pay attention to the following message. Do not turn off your television. Please pay attention to the following message. An anomaly has been detected in the city of Akron. Please pay close attention to the following information. Your survival depends on it. At 8:40 a.m., a mysterious individual appeared in Akron, Ohio, and has been seen roaming throughout the areas of East Akron, Ellet, Goodyear Heights, Kenmore, North Hill, Wall Haven, and West Akron. This individual was reported as an abducted child at 9:12 a.m. Since then, mysterious events involving human disappearances have transpired throughout the mentioned areas. After careful analysis of the situation, we have come to an unsettling discovery. The individual, whose name will not be said for the safety of you and others, is not human, but an uncatalogued supernatural entity taking the form of a young child. The entity is responsible for the 12,840 disappearances throughout Akron, and this number is expected to rise in the coming minutes. We have also learned the method by which the entity takes its victims. Please pay close attention. The survival of humanity depends on it. First, the entity will attempt to be seen through direct visual contact with another human. Avoiding it is extremely difficult, as it can phase through all forms of solid matter and seemingly teleport anywhere. If the entity appears in the vicinity of your location, immediately refrain from looking directly at it. Stare at another person or object and close your eyes. The entity will disappear within the intervals of 5 seconds and 2 minutes. Please be advised that the entity may appear at your location more than once, so be prepared. Second, the entity's anomalous effects will manifest if a person views an image of the entity or their appearance. The recent child abduction emergency has caused 79 people to disappear within the first hour it was released. Thus, the bulletin has been removed, and all descriptions and images of the entity will be removed for the safety of you and the others that remain. At this time, it is strongly encouraged to refrain from viewing images of the entity's appearance. Do not attempt to recreate visual depictions of the entity, as doing so will manifest the anomalous properties. Visual depictions include drawings, paintings, sculptures, photographs, digital artworks, and AI-generated images. Distract yourself with other enjoyable activities, such as reading, playing video games, watching movies, listening to music, or sleeping. Third, and potentially the most frightening of all, if for some reason you manage to make direct visual contact with the entity, or if you view a visual depiction of the entity, its anomalous effects will manifest instantly. A faint, high-pitched ringing sound will fill your ears, growing louder as the effects progress. At this stage, the entity will instantly appear at your location and begin following you. It will continue this chase until physical contact is made with you. Running away from the entity is strongly discouraged, as it can seemingly accelerate at high speeds. At this point, there is no possible way to escape the entity. It will appear everywhere you go, in the corners of every room and at the end of every hallway and staircase. It will do everything in its power to catch you, no matter how far away, high up in the sky, or deep down underground you may be. Attempting to flee in a vehicle is not advised, as the entity will appear as a passenger regardless of the space available. Do not allow the entity to be seen in public spaces. Allow yourself to be taken alone. Anyone who sees the entity will become the next victim. While it can only chase one target at a time, it will immediately switch to another person who has seen the entity.